Merry Christmas, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters. Today is December 30, 2020, and we are now on the sixth day within the octave of Christmas. And our gospel for today is from the account of Luke chapter 2, verses 36 to 40. Before I'm going to proceed in our gospel for today, I was deeply moved and touched by our responsorial psalm of today, which says, and I quote, "Let heaven and earth exult in joy." Let me focus with that statement. Let heaven and earth exult in joy. The question that comes into my mind is this: how to have an experience of joy, how to make our planet an experience of heaven, how to make our home a place like heaven. To answer that question, let me use our readings for today as a guide to facilitate for us to have experience joy in our life. For me, reading back on our first reading today, to experience real joy, we are reminded by the first letter of John, and I quote, and this is what our first reading says: "Do not love the world or the things in the world." End of the quote. It means, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, for us to experience real joy, for us to make earth an experience of heaven, we have to love what is heavenly. We have to stay away from the desire of the flesh. We have to move away from the desire of our eyes, and we have to run away from the pride of riches. Why? Because these are just passing. At the end of our first reading, it says, "And the world and its desire are passing away." It means we have to love what is eternal. Remember, all that is not eternal is eternally useless, because what is essential is invisible to the eyes. But dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, the message is very clear. Do not love the world or the things in this world, because the love of the things of the earth will make us earthly. But loving heavenly realities will make us heavenly. And this is similar to what William Shakespeare's, and this is what he said, and I quote, "The love of heaven will make us heavenly." And that's true. And my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, the more you think of earthly things, the more you become earthly. Take note, heaven will be only inherited by someone who has heaven in his soul. Today, if we wanted to experience real joy, if we want earth exult in joy, do not love the world or the things in this world. The most important things are not things. Second, how to experience joy. Our responsorial psalm give us the clue. And what's the clue? This is just similar and connected with our first reading. And we have to worship the Lord in His holy splendor. Worship the Lord in His holy splendor. And you know what? As we move closer to the end of this year, we are reminded and challenged to ascribe everything to God and to thank Him what has been, and to entrust Him our future. The famous Saint Augustine says, and I quote, and this is what he said: "Trust in the past to God's mercy, the present to God's love, and the future to His providence." End of the quote. My dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, simply put, never be tempted to entrust your future on others' hands. Entrust your future in the hands of God. Always put your trust in God, because man will only disappoint us. If you put your trust on earthly things, it will just disappoint us. In one of the Psalm before, I remember it says, better to put our trust in the Lord than to trust in princes. Better to put our trust in the Lord than to trust in mortals. My dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, always put our trust to God, because man, the world will only disappoint us. And I always keep repeating this one. Those who put their trust in the Lord will never be disappointed. My dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, the more we believe and trust God, the more limitless our possibilities of enjoying the meaning of life. Because the meaning of life is God. Pleasing God, not having what's in the world. Having the creator of the world will make us exalt in joy. And finally, how to make the world exalt in joy? Our gospel tells us the story of the prophetess Anna. I love how the gospel describes Anna, and it says she never left the temple day and night. She never left the temple day and night. Like Anna, we are reminded today to make the temple the source of our strength, to make the temple the source of our power, because in the temple you will find what you are looking for. In the temple we will discover the source of blessings. My dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, you know what? You are never lost when you are in the temple. We just need constancy in our life. That is, to be in the temple means to be with God, to wait for His promises, to trust in Him and to hope in Him. Because one day, like the prophetess Anna, we will see and we will experience the promise of the Lord. Because in Hebrews chapter 13 verse 5, it says, never will I leave you and never will I forsake you. But friends, brothers and sisters, spend your life waiting for the Lord like prophetess Anna. Today, I hope we will experience real joy as we wait for the coming of our Messiah. Friends, brothers and sisters, let heaven and earth exult in joy. Amen.